Hi guys, my name is Raymond So. I'm the product marketing manager at Square Enix, and today we have a special guest, Tommaso, all the way from Italy.
Hi guys, it's a big pleasure to be here talking about Valentino Rossi game.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Valentino Rossi The Game. This game comes out July 26th, next month. Before we begin, we have a trailer to show off, just to kind of give you a preview of the game.
Peggy 3.
All right, so we just saw that trailer. Obviously, there was a lot of content we just saw. Valentino Rossi The Game, you guys build it. We build it as, the most complete MotoGP game experience
Absolutely,
ever.
yes.
But we saw in the trailer, there's, cars, there's dirt track racing. So can you tell us a little bit more of what?
Yeah, the game is about MotoGP Championship and it's fueled by Valentino Rossi. And Valentino Rossi has the opportunity to train himself, making other disciplines apart from the MotoGP. So he has got his own riding school, and to get the rider to be most complete as ever, he used to train them with the flat track, with the rally and the drifting car. So this game is really huge. I mean, it's not just about the MotoGP, it's not just about the historical MotoGP, but it's also about the Valentino Rossi career and the Valentino Rossi world. And the Valentino Rossi world includes also cars.
So for the viewers who don't know who Valentino Rossi is, he is the 9-time world champion of MotoGP circuit. Basically like the Kobe Bryant of, Grand Prix motorcycle sport. So I know we have a live demo that you're going to show off.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. I mean, I would like to show you the game because the game itself, it's the better way to explain this product. So just to let you understand how big is the game, if we go through the menu of the game, we can find the career, the MotoGP world, and then Valentino Rossi world. To give you an idea of how big it is, if we get inside the MotoGP world, we can have a single Grand Prix or a championship, a full championship. And if we look after a single Grand Prix, we can choose between the 2016 season for the MotoGP, Moto2, and Moto3 categories. But you have also the 2015 MotoGP season. You have the historical 4-stroke bike. You have the 500 2-stroke bikes. You have the 250 and 125 bikes. So this is just for the MotoGP world, and this includes a lot of race. If you go back to the menu and we go through the Valentino Rossi world, we can find out how we can play in the Valentino Rossi world through the flat track, through the rally, to the drifting or testing the Yamaha R1 bike. And this is how Valentino train you in the game, and this is how Valentino train his rider in the real life. But you can see that the game is not just this particular area. We have also the Rossi experience, and you can relive all the Rossi life and sports life, 20 years of events. You can challenge him against the clock. And you will also a Rossipedia. It's like a Wikipedia of Valentino Rossi to know everything about him. Of course, you can have also the time attack in all the categories. You have the multiplayer online or locally on split screen, and you have your own pages for your own career. I think that this show how big is the game, and this is explain how this game requests over 50 hours of gameplay to be completed. So I think that for motorsports products, no other products are such big and this big.
Yeah, it looks like you know, whether you're a fan of motorcycles or not, I mean, you can. There's a little bit of everything. You know, something anyone can enjoy.
Yeah, I think we can explore one race. For example, we can make a Grand Prix. We are in US now, so we can go to Austin. I think in the 2016 season. So of course we will choose Valentino Rossi. And as you can see, we have all the 18 tracks live and going to Austin, the US. The important thing is that you can see that in the race options you can really customize every single side and not to be the game frustrating. So you can really make everything suits to your riding style, and that's the most important stuff of the game, because you can really have fun. Of course, you can also choose your riding aids. For example, you can join the brakes, you can have a steering help. I don't like auto brakes. I like the automatic gears and so on. So every time you play, you can customize. Every single race can be fit to your exactly needs.
So you're saying you're already pretty good. All the modes are off, so I'm assuming you're pretty pro.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a pick up and play game. It's not. It's a simulator game, but not to be frustrating. You can really have all the support you need to have a very, very fun gameplay. But if you need to be more precise and close to the reality, you can really get this product very, very close to the real life.
Okay. So let's take a look at it. So this is the MotoGP Grand Prix. Looks like we're at the Circuit of Americas.
Yeah. And just to give you an idea, we are working on a satellite technology to reproduce as it is every single race. And our graph department, of course, work also on all the environments of the races. We have official commentaries, so everything is fully licensed and official. And going back to track in a very quick way, you see you have all the official riders that will ride against you. And you can see the animation also of the crowd, and you can see the animation of the riders. Before proceeding, just to show you with the free camera mode how precise is reproduce the bike and every single side of the bike. If we go down there, you can really see how precise is done, and every single screw has been reproduced by Milestone. So you can see that every single side, the exhaust system, every screw, the leather seems real, and the helmet, the plastic. So everything has been done as it is in real life, and that's the most important feature for a very passionate of MotoGP.
The game looks great. I mean, it looks true to life.
So you can choose between different point of view, of course. And here we go. So the behavior of the bike is very close to reality. And of course the AI, it's very competitive. You have to respect the braking lines. You have to be careful. Austin track is very tricky, especially in the first part. You have to control 250 bikes, so you have to take care of sliding, power sliding. You have to take care of the braking points. You have to take care of the other competitors, avoiding as possible, as much as possible, the contacts. It's tricky, but it's not frustrating, so it's pure fun. The gameplay is really huge, and it requires a little bit of concentration, but not to be frustrating. You have also a rewind section. I mean, if you crash, you can rewind the action. Just to show you now, I can go down before the crash and try to avoid the mistake I did. So I can go back from the action and avoiding the mistake. And this is very important because, for example, if you are at the very last lap, you cannot really make any mistake, or if you have to restart again the race, that it's very frustrating. So we help you with this kind of stuff. So Austin is very tricky. Now you have a very long line, and I can show you also this view. This is very nice view because you are really live in action, and it's first-person view. You can see also the dashboard is animated, and it's very tricky to play this way, but the sensation is really huge. It's like riding a real MotoGP. You can see everything is shaking from the handlebars, and the lane angle of cornering is huge. You can have also the helmet view, and this is exactly how they feel. And you really are impressed by how this rider can ride at this level, this kind of bikes, at 300 kilometers an hour. Of course, the most easier way to play is third-person view, but we have some fans of the genre that requested us the first-person view. So this is MotoGP, and as you see, it's really as it is in reality. Very close to reality, not to be frustrating, very funny, and so the gameplay is something that can really support you for years and years of gameplay.
And the game looks really fantastic. How involved was Valentino Rossi himself in designing this game?
Well, actually, he followed every single step. Valentino Rossi himself, he's a gamer. He's a video gamer. He is a hardcore gamer. So he's very precise, suggesting us every single part of the game. For example, I will show you now the flat track. The flat track is where Valentino Rossi used to train himself, and for the flat track, he supported us in making the exact riding style of the flat track, and also he looked after the behavior of the bike, because flat track is a very particular style of riding. You have an off-road bike with standard tires, you have gravel, and it is used to practice in making the bike sliding inside the corner and outside the corners. So Valentino Rossi practiced himself, and he suggested us how was the best way to reproduce the flat track race. He was involved in every single part of the game. Also the cars have been developed with him. So this game is really featured by him, and he supported us a lot.
Okay, so it's very true to life, very authentic. Is this his Rossi Ranch?
Yes, this is the Rossi Ranch. Is an area he bought for himself, and he created this arena, and it's the Valentino Rossi Academy. So he used to train young riders in this academy, and the gamer, the player, will be trained by Valentino Rossi in this area.
And I know he's usually doesn't invite people to check out his ranch personally, so this is actually your first taste.
Yeah, this is the very first time that a company can reach into the ranch. He's very jealous of this area, and will reproduce on one-on-one basis. So this is exactly how Valentino Rossi Ranch is in the real life.
Great. So this is an exclusive look at the Rossi Ranch.
Yeah, exactly. And the flat track is completely different from MotoGP. So you have a lack of power, but you see, you have to slide inside the corner and going outside the corner sliding, and it's very physical. I mean, to overtake, you have to be a little bit rude against the other riders. So it's a very physical kind of riding style, very tricky. The gravel surface doesn't support you in having the proper line. So you have to calibrate your riding in every single corner, calibrating the accelerator not to go out the track, and calibrating the brake not to squeeze out. So it's very tricky, and it supports you really in controlling the bike, because if you are able to control these bikes sliding around, you will be able also to manage 250 horsepower on a MotoGP. And that's exactly how Valentino Rossi did. So for example, now I crashed because I squeezed out, and it's easy for me to come back and to avoid the error.
Yeah, if only we could do this in real life, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's quite easy. It's not easy to talk and play, but we try to do our best.
Yeah.
So you can just jump in and go straight in the action. So these bikes, as I told you, lack of power, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, I played this a couple weeks ago, and this is probably one of my favorite modes in the game, to be able to drift. The feeling is completely different from the MotoGP section of the game, which is more, gravel, tarmac.
Absolutely, yes. And if you can see with the free camera how we reproduce exactly also the dirt on the bike, you can see you have the dirt on the leather, and the dirt on the bike, because it's gravel and tarmac, and you see that the bike getting dirt the more and more the laps are going on and proceeding. So this is something that we like to have because it's very close to reality. And as I told, this is very fun. This is very fun game playing. Absolutely, it's very tricky, very fun, and of course you can have also some tricks like wheels, for example. These bikes are used to make a lot of wheels, and it's very funny in terms of gameplay. And going back, I would like also to show the 4 wheels, because as we told, the Valentino Rossi is not just 2 wheels, it's also 4 wheels. He used to ride, to drive also rally cars. He was involved also in the official World Championship, so he's really, really good also. And we have in Italy the Monza Rally Show, that it's the best known show, international show ever, and he's a special guest. So in this case, we will have Valentino Rossi with a Monster Energy Fiesta WRC official car, very powerful car. So more than a standard rally, it's a sort of gymkhana, and it's based in the circuit of Monza. So the nice thing is that this gives a big variety of the gameplay. Gamers is invited to have a rally, so he can have a MotoGP race one Sunday, then Valentino invited for a flat track, then he's got another MotoGP race, then back to the rally, and this support a lot the lifespan of the product and support a lot the pure fun of the game. Of course, it's a MotoGP game, but it's not just a MotoGP game.
It's more than that. So if you're not into motorcycles, you could at least try out the car, Mal, and see what features you like most.
Absolutely, yes. So waiting for the loading time, we can proceed, and we have also the explanation of Valentino Rossi that is talking about the Monza Rally Show, what's about. And this is very important because a guest how Valentino Rossi is close to the rally world and how complete he is in terms of motorsport fan enthusiast, because he's a biker, he's a rally driver, he's a drifter.
He does it all.
Yeah, he's really having fun, and it's nice also for the for the prom to have this explanation from Valentino Rossi himself. So the voice of Valentino is he likes to speak in English, so you will have a voiceover in English that is very, very nice for the US target and the US people. Cutting the presentation to go straight to the gameplay. Of course, also here you can change the point of view. I really like this one. So here you are driving a rally car. You have to use a handbrake to go slide out the corner. As you can see, it's a really gymkhana. It's a little bit tricky, but also here you can turn on all the aids you need. Rally action is really nice, and you have official support that guide you through the different kind of part of the circuit. So you have to avoid all the barrier and trying to get as fast as possible through the race. Also in this case, you can use, of course, the rewind to come back to the mistake.
So for our viewers watching this, this rally mode or drift, is it based on technique or is it time?
No, it's based on time. Yeah. I mean, the technique is important to get the best time in the circuit, and you have to avoid mistakes because they grab time. But to give you an idea of the reality of the game, if you get in the barrier, they will move as in reality. So it's not a fixed wall. And it's, I mean, it's very funny also, this gameplay. The car model is based on a gamepad control, so it's not tricky. You can easily control with the gamepad. You don't need a steering wheel. It's not compatible for a steering wheel, but you don't need it. It's enough a pad, and of course you can join the race from many point of views. So pure fun, and it reproduces as it is the rally world.
Looks great. All right.
So we can also have a look to the drift. That it's another part of the game. Also, the drift is used by Valentino to train the driver to be more sensible to the driving. And in this case, Valentino Rossi uses an American car, has got a Mustang, yes. Rear-wheel drive, very powerful, and in this stage for drifting, you are against the points. I mean, the more you drift, the more point you earn, and the more point you earn, the more you grow up in your career, and you become an expertise. You can win against the other. Sorry, so in this case, we are in Misano circuit, and Misano's got a sand track area and a tarmac track area. The sound of the engine is the pure V8 American. I love it, really love it. And also Valentino love a lot American cars. So the views are mainly the same of the rally. Also this one is very nice. So here you have to slide into the corner with your car and trying to slide out. You see the point, trying to slide out, controlling the drifting. And the more you drift, the more you earn points. So the tricky stuff is that you have the full control of the cars and making all the maneuver that are used to drift the car without losing control. Also in this case, as you can see from my gameplay, you can easily manage by the gamepad, so you don't need a steering wheel, and it's pure fun also this kind of gameplay, and give variety to the game. And I think it's based on a 2 or 3 laps session, and of course you don't need to go fast in time. You need to be more precise as possible and to earn points drifting the car the best you can. The more stylish you are with drifting, and the more points you earn. The more points you earn, the more experience you gain for your career. So also in this case, if you can see the model of the car, you can really see how precise it is in every single part, and how become dirt in the dust. So basically this is Valentino Rossi The Game, and it's more than one game in one only product. So a really big value for money, a really big fun for the lifespan of the product. The last thing I would like to show you is that in the career you have an RPG system that includes your capability to grow. So you have to train a lot to have your value growing. So you can improve your career in 2 ways. Winning the races to improve the mechanical bike assigned to you, and also to improve your skills.
So you're in
so you can see rider skills here, and you have the braking experience that improve with training, rainability, throttle management, agility, cornering, body position, and physical condition. So you need to improve this kind of skills and the mechanical skills in getting the best bike to win the race. And this is an RPG connection, very important, never experienced in a motorsport game.
And this is really true to real life.
Yeah, exactly, because the more you train, you're more precise. And then other nice thing is that we have a chat, you see on the right. You have all the riders of the MotoGP chatting with you, like happened, for example, on Twitter. So it's very similar. So the more you go on career, Valentino Rossi talk to you, the other guys invite you, and this involves the player a lot.
And you move your way to Moto3, Moto2, to MotoGP.
Exactly.
That's right. Well, we don't have a whole lot of time left, so that's a quick look at Valentino Rossi The Game. Again, I want to remind everyone, this July 26th is when it comes out here in North America.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommaso, for coming.
It's been a huge pleasure, and trust me, this is a really nice game. It's pure fun, and as you notice, the graph department did a great job. The engine is solid, and this is really developed with 9-time world champions. So it's a game that every motorsport fan must have. Yeah.
So if you're a fan of motorsports, you know, MotoGP, or in cars in general, check this game out. It comes out next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.